Hi, we are going to do something a little different. I'm Stephanie Clemens with Remax Victory and Affiliates, and I wanted to give you an insight of Dayton, what it's really like, live, unedited versions of Dayton. So we're gonna go ahead and call it Tuesday Tours or Tour Tuesdays, whichever way you want to put it. But like I said, it's going to be unedited. I'm just going to record this and throw it out there, and then hopefully y'all like it. But like I said, it's going to be a raw tour, so you'll get to really feel what it is like to live in Dayton. So we're going to feature different neighborhoods each Tuesday. So today we're going to do a neighborhood in Dayton. It's called Belmont. And it is a smaller neighborhood within Dayton. It is Dayton Public Schools. It's a eclectic, unique neighborhood that I thought maybe you would enjoy. So let's go ahead and get to touring and driving. And I'm just going to point out some things to you. Talk about home values, talk about what's around the area, walkability scores, bikeability scores, that sort of thing. So some of it will be boring and mundane, but others maybe will be helpful for you if you are looking to move to the area. So let's get going. Let me turn the camera around. All right, let's kind of adjust this a little bit. Okay, so we are on Wayne Avenue right now, and this is kind of the outskirts of Belmont. Belmont is all older homes, which you'll be able to kind of see that. I'm just going to keep it in the middle here so you can kind of see both sides of the street. There are sidewalks, as you can tell, so the walkability score actually of this neighborhood in particular is 62 out of 100. You've got lots of little pubs and taverns and stuff like that within the neighborhood. The bike score on this, you can tell that there's no bike lanes. Throughout Dayton you will see some bike lanes. But in Belmont in particular, there are not any, as you can see on this main road. And this is one of the main roads, Wayne Avenue, and it branches off to other side streets. Of course it does. As I said, this is unedited, so you may hear me ramble a little bit. All right, coming up at the light, we are going to turn on to, we're going to take a left actually onto Smithville, South Smithville. So as you can see, this is an intersection that does have some businesses to it. And we will eventually hit the Watervliet Business District, which we're not quite there yet. We are going to go into this neighborhood here. Kind of gives you a little different feel of neighborhood. Now, this is sidewalks just on the one side. On the left side, oh, we got the Scooby Mobile, the Mystery Machine. I don't know if you saw that or not. So most of these houses through here are Cape Cods. There are a few two-story, as you can see to the right here. But most are Cape Cods in here. Most are brick Cape Cods. That most of them have been in the families for quite some time. Some have been turned quite a few times also. Older community, obviously, with the, you can tell by the age of the trees. Let's zip up the street here at the stop sign. And this particular road, not all of the roads have, which you'll see when I turn, when I take a right at the stop sign, Not all the roads have the median in them. And this one that we're turning right onto is Hearthstone. A ranch home. I don't see many ranches back here. So according to Dayton neighborhoods, Belmont, Belmont is one of the most densely populated neighborhoods in the city of Dayton. So a little for your information right there. As you can see, like I said, a lot of the homes, these are more of bungalow type homes rather than Cape Cod. So we went a little bit further down, and we're in the the bungalow era of Belmont. I'm going to take a left so I don't have to go take a left onto Smithville. Oh, I guess this doesn't. I can't take a left up here. Okay. Okay, so we are gonna go back on to South Smithville. I took a right too quickly. So like I said, this is live. This is, oh. This is going to be difficult getting out of here. I'm not going to lie. We might just end up taking a right. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we can get in there. Smithville obviously is it's a main thoroughfare, so it'll take you all the way from further east into Dayton, all the way up to Kettering. So it's a long road. Houses, businesses on both sides of it, depending on where you are on Smithville. To the left, you have one of the schools, Immaculate Conception Catholic School. So that is a private school. You can really see that or not. I'm going to take a left up here. Before we get to the Watervliet Business District, and there is Lowry Center, which is a recreation. Lowry Center is a recplex, a recreation center, and that is to the left here. And then you've got Belmont Park if you keep on going straight down. But these homes now, we're kind of looking at two-story homes. As you go a little bit further east of in the Belmont area. So if you're looking at purchasing a home in the Belmont area, it is one of the more affordable areas in Dayton. So far this year, you've got an average price point, average sales price of $162,686, and you'll see what, as we've been driving through here, you can see the type of homes that they are. They're smaller. The average house size in Belmont is 1,169 square feet. So if you don't need anything that's super big, this is definitely a good place to get a starter home. If it's your first home, if it's your downsize home, it's a great place to do that also. The lowest, so getting to that 162,686, the lowest price point was 50,000, so that definitely was a fixer-upper, and the highest was 274,900. Right now we are entering the Watervliet Business District. So we are on Watervliet Avenue. We've got Sliders Tavern to the right. Got a Walgreens. Taco Bell. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Taco Bell, right? You've got some ice cream shops to the left. You've got a brewery place, liquor store, Boost Mobile, smoke shop. We're now entering the Belmont Business District, which the business district, the Watervliet Business District, is the largest neighborhood business district in the city. So how exciting is that? In this little densely populated area. It's got disc golf and more, a beer depot. You can see there's little restaurants throughout here, pawn shops, taverns, like I said, funeral home. There's a vapor house and a CBD house. Take a left of the business district so you can kind of see what this side of Belmont looks like. So here the houses are getting a little bit bigger. Tree-lined streets again. Adjust this a little bit. So over here, there's a little bit more of a mixture of housing, right? So we get back to, there's a ranch, there's a Cape Cod, there was that large 2-story that we just passed. The yards are a little bit smaller, so they're more manageable. So if it is something that you were doing a first-time home buyer situation, or you were downsizing, like I said, you don't have a lot of yard to mow, which is nice if you're looking to get rid of that mowing. And once again, you can see, like I said, the bike score was 48 out of 100. The streets are not very wide. They're pretty narrow, so you do have to definitely share the streets with bikers, bicycles, speed bumps along the way to keep everyone safe. Now, once we hit Revere, you're going to enter a few apartment complexes that you'll see. Taking the left and heading up to Patterson, which is kind of the outskirts of Belmont right there. Like I said, this is Dayton Public Schools. And if you look up Dayton Public Schools on reportcard.education.ohio.gov, and if you look at Belmont High School in particular, it does get 2 stars. it's according to Belmont's website, it says it gets students prepared and ready for real life. Basically, they do offer career tech opportunities. They do wear uniforms in the city of Dayton. So not only do private schools wear uniforms here in the Dayton area, but Dayton public schools wear uniforms also. You can get a good idea of what these neighborhoods feel like. I'll take a left here. You know, the yards, as you've gotten more south of the Belmont and the outskirts, the yards are definitely getting bigger. Not sure if you can see that or not. Maybe I will shift it this way a little bit. Oh, more speed bumps. Well, these trees kind of get in the way, huh? That's a fun plant. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, there's another one right there. All right, so, you know, like I said, it feels a little bit different over here. We went from, you know, pretty small and older homes to a little bit larger yards, that sort of thing. A little bit more walkable, a little bit more bikeable as the streets have gotten wider. We're about to hit Patterson, which definitely is the end, so to speak, of Belmont, and going into a different neighborhood. So hopefully that got you an idea of what it feels like to live in Belmont, what the amenities may be. There's some, you know, if you noticed, you have some little stores and you know, mom and pop shops and that sort of thing. It's a eclectic community, all within Dayton. Super easy to get downtown, super easy to get to 35, which will take you up and down. It'll take you from Trotwood all the way up to Xenia. So lots of different opportunities when you live in Belmont. But if you work in the city of Dayton, Belmont is a great option. Like I said, it's affordable. It's great for first-time home buyers. It is great for downsizers. You can't beat an average sales price of $162 and get a house that's move-in ready, even going up to $200 and get a house that's move-in ready. So hopefully, like I said, you enjoy it. Follow along, subscribe. I'm going to do these every Tuesday. Like I said, they're going to be raw, unedited versions of me just driving around, talking about the area. Let me know what you think of the area. Let me know what you think of the tour. What else you need in here to make it feel more homey. So like I said, subscribe please, so you can get notifications of when these videos do drop. But I am going to do Tuesday, and I'm hoping to do live here soon, but this one is pre-recorded. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I know I did. This is fun.